this work. Shout out to Stephen Baker. I'm a 28-year-old cybersecurity student starting my IT journey. I have no children, and I followed your advice and broke up with my fiance, a single baby mama. I don't have much yet, but I wanted to sow into you blessings, sir. Oh, man. They gonna be looking at Anton like, oh, my God, Anton, you broke up a relationship. It was for the best. It was for the best. I hate to say it. Stephen, you did the right thing. Stephen, you did the right thing. Let me tell you something, Stephen. Let me tell you why you did the right thing. You are 28. You still in school. Don't you know that she was dating you for the man you are to become, but you wasn't dating her for the woman that she was going to become? You was almost about to take care of another man's child. Stephen, do you know that you were not going to be at the top of your earning potential until you were in your late 50s, early 60s? And she was unruly at the same time? And she was disrespecting you? Imagine what that would have looked like once you got married, adopted her children, and you were required to pay child support for a child that wasn't even yours. Let me give you another round of applause, Stephen. Saving lives. Saving lives. Y'all said Anton is causing a divorce. He never was married. He wasn't married. I'm saving lives out here in these streets. Yes, 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 yes. Congratulations, Stephen. You are the GOAT for this stream.
Shout out to Anton and his chat over at the Millionaire Morning Show. I was listening this morning and I heard this young man call in or send a super chat to say this, and I had to comment. A little confused as to why this is still even going on in 2025 at this point. Luckily, he came across Anton and decided that he was going to make some big changes in his life so that he can do what he needs to do for his future. So shout out to him. He was actually doing SYCBM. And I would never, at that young age, if I had a son, which I do not, but if I had a son that young, I wouldn't want him to do that either. It doesn't make any sense. You have your whole life ahead of you. You have things that you need to do. There's things that you need to prepare yourself for. Why would you want to take on someone that already has baggage, a child? It doesn't make sense. Maybe when you're older, maybe once you're like 40 some odd and somebody's 40 some odd or some reason like that. If my son brought home a woman that had a kid and I'm supposed to embrace that kid as well, along with my other grandkids, I cannot guarantee that I would be able to do it. And while it's not about me, this is just how I would take a look at it. This is what I believe. How people do this is beyond me. And I'm not saying that I've never seen people in my family do this before. And of course, everyone is all accepting, but definitely not at the age of 20, any damn thing. You have too much of a whole life to live, to figure out, to find, to preview, to build. The man doesn't even have his own nest egg yet, allegedly based off of what they just said. He's still just getting himself together. But no, y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop this. This don't make no daggone sense. When we try to tell you ladies, maybe being, having a bunch of kids before you get married or just having kids by random men, it's not a good look. Y'all say you want to do it. Fine, do it. And I don't typically be speaking to men and what they do and how they do it because I just don't think that's my place. But as a person who has kids, I would never, ever, 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 if I had a son, want him to take that mess on. It's a messy situation and no one seems to want to see if you got a kid and then she got a kid and then y'all have a kid and that's like 3 different families right there. Her first kid, his last kid, and y'all's third kid. And then wonder why everything is so entangled and everybody's half damn crazy and these kids is out here gremlinizing because y'all too worried about what y'all need and what y'all want and where y'all want to go and what y'all want to do. And you think that you're supposed to have everything that you want in the beginning. That's just not how it works typically. That young man made the right decision. Stop doing things to ruin your daggone future. Because listen, life ain't as long as y'all think it is. Let me tell you. Life ain't as long as you think it is. So if you want to burden yourself with somebody else's issue when you don't have to, that's fine. That's on you. I would recommend you not. But child, what the hell do I know? Moving on.
What do you mean we have to pay rent?
I'm sorry. We just need help around here.
You never said nothing about rent before.
Well, now I have to. I need you guys to help out. It's going to be like $800 for each of you.
Each?
Yeah, girl, we pay $2,500 a month for rent here.
So you want me to do rent and a bill?
Well, that will include the bill. So we'll just scratch the bill. So the 800 will include help towards the bill.
Where is all this coming from? Because you never mentioned any of this before.
Well, now that he's here, this is
your house.
well, he's moving in.
You never had a problem before.
Well,
I just
now he's gonna be the man of the house.
I'm not paying rent.
No.
I'm not paying rent.
We know
It's not even your decision. It's his.
barely know him. He's been here for like 2 months.
This is
And all of a sudden he's
stupid.
moving in,
This
and
is
then you're telling us
stupid.
that we have to pay rent?
Yeah,
800
we're getting
each.
married.
Wow.
This is gonna be our house.
Well, he should be bringing some money.
So many things going on here. I don't even know where to start. Let's go ahead and take it from the perspective of if these two young ladies are not over like the age of 20, why are you making them pay for the daggone rent? That doesn't make sense to me, but what do I know? Especially if the reason that you're having them pay the rent is because a man is about to come into the house. Why is it that you weren't having them pay before? Like if you are in high school, in school, even in college, in my personal opinion, why would you want to put pressure on your kids in order to have them already be responsible for bills? If they're out here being frivolous and they're not taking care of their responsibilities, make them responsible, of course. Sounds like they were paying a bill, whatever the hell it is that meant. Listen. I'm not going to ask you for your money. What I'm going to ask you to do is save your money and learn how to save and have a checkbook and how to balance it and credit and those things. We're supposed to be teaching them, not taking the money away from them. Now, once you start doing frivolous stuff, here you go. Pay for your cell phone bill. This is exactly what we did. Here's your nice cell phone bill that you think that we're supposed to pay for the rest of your life. Child, let me give you some more responsibility. Let's bring you on out here a little bit. Pay for your own phone bill. Oh, you don't like it? Then change the plan. Change it however you need or want to. But you're not going to be out here frivolously spending money, not saving as we requested. You don't have to pay bills. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You can pay for your meals. You can pay your bills at school. You can do all those things and take care of your own cell phone. Other than that, you don't have to do anything but keep your damn room clean. Stay out of my face. That's it. Clean up after yourself. I can't even imagine opening my ears to say you need to pay rent or mortgage at a home that it is in our name. It doesn't make sense to me. Even when one of our daughters had to come home for whatever her reason was when she moved out, no one made that girl pay any rent or mortgage. We already pay it. Now, I understand that's a different situation. This woman is bringing in some man in, and then she's making her daughters have to pay more. What is that man's responsibility? What is he coming in and doing? Are you being taken advantage of? Is this something that you really should have in here? Are you putting your daughters in harm's way just because you want to have some in-house? I'll call it that. If you weren't having them do that before, then why are you having them do that now when you're bringing in a fourth person? When you're bringing in more people into the house, one would think that your portions would go down because there's someone else who can contribute. But it sounds like it's a typical situation, which we've heard many a times, even though nobody settles around here, it seems like they're settling and putting your own children in harm's way or at risk in the name of some ninja, all because he got pretty hair and bow legs. They really are upset about this. I think them asking the question on what she's doing is inappropriate. Child, y'all, go ahead and do what you got to do and leave on up out of here, even though they probably weren't expecting it, so they probably are not prepared. But they need to do what they can do as soon as possible so that they can get on up out of here. They don't have to deal with it. They don't have to work with it. And remember all this. If/when the good mama comes a calling once this dude ends up being typical, which is what I predict. Now, I didn't say I wished it. This is just by how this is happening. It's the same old, same old. He probably ain't got ish or anything like that because he shouldn't want them to pay anything in a place that he's moving into. That tells me everything I need to know. But y'all, let me know what you think. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I see you all in the next one.